Okay, so this is part two. I wanted to discuss the map actually, because I actually just remembered what it was, and let me just make this really quick. Okay, let me make this video real quick just to finish up. All right, not gonna be too long. All right, so bring up the whiteboard. So essentially, when you're doing your journey in life, right? When you're a young person, there's gonna be like things that matter to you while you're on your journey. Um, Obviously, making money is like probably one of the most important things you're going to be doing. But after you learn how to get around 20K to 30K a month, it doesn't actually matter anymore because this is more than what most people actually need to survive and thrive and have a business as well as like investing and all the other stuff. Okay. Like I just happened to learn all the other stuff as I went, as far as like sales, marketing. Um, like I learned a lot. I talk about it on the channel, hypnosis, understanding brainwashing, understanding like all this other stuff that I've learned over the years, which was like so much fun. NLP. I just actually, what's actually funny is I just got finished messaging Kenrick on past life regression therapy, and I'm just like, that doesn't really like make any sense. Like, what have you heard about this? Because I heard one of the spiritual guys talking about past life regression and healing trauma in your body from your old DNA, which is real, but past life regression therapy is no, right? And that's not really real, right? And the reason why is because if you understand what hypnosis is actually just putting you in an altered state, and all you're doing with past life regression therapy is basically just relaxing the body. These are just ways to relax the body. Like all this stuff that you're hearing about meditation and all this other stuff, it's a way to relax the body. Is a way to relax the body so that way you can get out the trauma and any kind of other issues, right? And then when you're finally able to identify what's happening, you can then make another choice in your life, so that way you can then do whatever, right? But me and Kemrick had a little chuckle at it because I was like, well, the people online that watch like real hypnosis, or they watch somebody getting hypnotized on TV or on stage, and they're like this whatever, and they're like bucking like a chicken or whatever. That's not really real. So it's not real, and that's why it's funny, because people don't know. See, and that's what makes it magic, is that people don't know what's real or not real. So you can do anything, and they're like, "Oh boy, like I better watch out," because they don't really actually know. They don't really know if it's real or not, right? It's just like magic and all this other stuff and summoning, and it sounds a lot more scary than what it is, because it's not real. Like a lot of stuff is not real, right? It's all has to do with energy and stuff like this, right? It's not to do with summoning a damn demon with a sword or whatever, like whatever people are thinking about. And we just laughed at it because imagine selling that to somebody. Because he made the joke. He's like, yeah, it's funny how people always end up being the pharaoh or the king in their previous life, right? And I was like, of course they would. Yes, this make you're hypnotizing them and shit. Yes, so tell me what you see right now. I'm on a throne. I'm walking down the steps. I was a king in my past life. It makes perfect sense. Oh my gosh, right? They weren't a peasant. They weren't, a security guard or something. They were a king. It's funny how everybody ends up a king, right? Anyways, back to the video. The reason why I'm saying all this stuff is because when you're young and you don't really know what's going on, you can be moved to want different things because you don't really know yourself, right? When you finally start to get to know yourself, you can then basically walk in alignment with who you are, just make the money, enjoy the ride, right? When you know who you are. When you're young and you don't have any guidance to know who you are, and you haven't developed your personality, you haven't really had enough experiences in life, you're not really sure what's going on, which is nothing really wrong with it, right? Nothing wrong with that, because you don't know. Like a lot of guys, they only have sex with like 3 women in their entire life, which is like crazy. Which I've heard about that before. I was like, wow, which is actually nothing wrong with that, but the fact that, like, what I'm saying here, like there's guys out there that are giving advice on all this stuff, and you only had sex with 3 women, means that you have like no actual life experience. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's unhealthy life experience, it's still life experience. Stay away from this. Here's why. They're all like manipulative. They're all lying. What I'm saying? It's just different. I'm saying that because when you're at a certain age, it's all about women. Okay? It's all about women. All right? It's supposed to say women here. It's all about women. Okay? At a certain age, it's all about women. Probably from the ages of, I don't know, 12 to 40. I mean, probably still. but like the main obsession is with like possibly getting some. So most people never really break out of this, right? And then for other people, it's like travel. That's like one of the things people want to do. That happens still between the ages of 20 to 50. And then you have learning to run a business and being more competent and developing like strength as a man, which is like, these are just stuff that you just generally want to look at, right? And over time you start to like X these things out because it doesn't really like make any sense anymore. It's just stupid. So you have to kind of enjoy these moments where you do like these things, right? Because it's not going to last. You understand? Like it just won't last. Like there's women here, and then you got your job here. You got your job for a little while, right? And then see women, job, and then you have kids, right? Which is gonna eat up some of your time, and you're stressed and stuff. You can't read. You can't become spiritually developed because you're developing another person. Then we got your wife, I guess, maybe. You got family. You got like all these things, trips, whatever. And then one day, hopefully buying a house if you're a regular person. Like now that I'm an adult and I know what's going on, it's actually like pretty pathetic if you don't like buy a house and don't do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you have to. Like if you're deliberately not doing it because you don't want it, okay. But like to be like, I can't do it because life is hard and stuff like this. It's pathetic because you're not. It's pathetic if you know what I know. If you know what I know, and if you know how to do this properly, it's pathetic because you once you really know what's going on, there's like no excuse. Basically, that's really what I'm trying to say here. There's just like no excuse, and it gets really simple, and it's just like dating or hooking up or whatever it is that you're trying to do as a person. I'm not saying you should be doing that. Obviously, you should stay within God's design for whatever that is for you that makes you happy. But like, I'm just trying to figure out how to say this, and I'm like doing a. You're gonna get to these points in your life where this stuff doesn't really matter as much. The question is how fast can you get there? And like, let's say that you're like in your 20s or you're 28 years old, you're about to hit your 30s, right? When you're about to hit your 30s, that's when you should basically start to have enough of an idea of what's going on. If you're not doing that before 30, then you're basically failing as a man. And it's not, I'm not saying you have to have all these houses. I'm not saying you have to have money, but you need to be learning how to take care of yourself. You understand? Like you got to learn how to take care of yourself. So the fact that it's like some guys only get with like 3 women in their entire life is like crazy. Because you should be dating, you should be learning yourself, you should be learning about life. Doesn't mean you hook up with everybody, but it just means you should be learning about yourself, right? One sec. Um, it just gets weird. That's the best way I can say it. It just gets weird. It gets really weird because it's like, okay, all of my mentees will know how to generate income on demand. They'll know how to buy houses on demand. They'll know everything what it takes to be an adult. So there's really no excuse, but it's just like, imagine going through your entire life up until you're in your 50s and you still don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, you still don't know at 50? Like, nah, what did you do the entire time? You know what I'm saying here? Like, I know I'm saying enjoy the ride, but what I'm saying is enjoy the ride of like learning what's going on. The whole point of life is to discover what's happening around you and to have fun with that. It's not to be eating chips and candy and just doing like stuff like that's girl stuff. That's like how women live their lives, right? Women live their lives by going to shopping and go buying shoes and then going on trips and shit. That's how women do that. As a man, you have the benefit of discovering how life really works. And you're going to be wrong sometimes, and you're going to be right sometimes, and you're going to do your best. Either way, you're going to be doing your best to figure out what's going on. That's like the whole point of being a man. You just figure out what's happening. That's like the whole thing, right? And I'm not expecting people to know because I know everybody's brainwashed or whatever, obviously, right? But what I'm trying to say here is that it's like, it's really pathetic when you really know. You know what I'm saying? That when you actually really know what's going on. Like, I got one mentee right now. I was talking to him the other day. He's ready to launch his, I was like, yeah, I'll help you launch this business real quick or whatever. He's like, yeah, whatever. Because we have a relationship, right? He was like, you can help me with this other stuff? I was like, yeah, like, why not? He's like, For real? I was like, yeah, just give me a cut, whatever. He's like, okay. Like, I'm like, you like, you get it? Like, see, people don't understand this is a relationship when we're working together. This is not really just you pay me and I walk away and I don't care about you. This is a relationship. We're going to be cool. We're going to be working together for a long time, hopefully, and whatever, right? And he's like, wow, these people really don't know. I was like, yeah. I was like, yep. And he's like, yeah, but like, how can this is like fucking crazy because how can you be that old and still not know? It's like you got to dig. You got to be digging. You got to always be digging for new, figure out what's going on around you, man. And even when you figure out what's going on around you, you still have to know the game to have relationships, right? There's nothing wrong with being in your 50s or 60s and not having money. That's just a part of life. But to be complaining about it is something different because it's like you did everything possible to not do good. If that makes sense. We're not talking about having a business and being rich. We're talking about knowing how to live. You got to have some kind of system in place, right? You have relationships. Like eventually you're supposed to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty bad. Like it's actually pretty bad. You know? Like how many times people see the stuff on TV or they see the commercials online. It's like you didn't like just do it once. Nah, we just went on vacation over and over and over and over and over. That's what you did? Okay. Like you had sex, all that sex. Like, yeah, there's a lot of sex, 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 sex. I'm like, damn. It's basically like drinking or whatever. So what I'm trying to say is that while you are enjoying the ride to freedom, which I'm being particular, enjoy the ride to freedom, you want to make sure that you enjoy that ride, not the ride that other people are on. If you're doing anything that the masses are doing, it's like bad. It's bad, Like they're watching the World Cup, which is nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, the fuck am I watching a bunch of dudes kick a ball for? Do I have money betted on it? No. Okay. Am I going to a party where everybody's talking about it? No. Okay. Why am I watching this then? People are really watching this shit? They're regular people. Nothing wrong with it, but that's why I don't watch sports. There's nothing wrong with sports. Nothing wrong with it, but it's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you really doing? Are you connecting with people about the sport? Are we discussing it at like lunch or something? Something. Like something you gotta do something. It has to be useful. Like, nah, we just watch the game. Oh man, we're winning. It's like we are? Okay. Okay. Did you learn how to generate leads yet? Nah. Okay. Did you learn how to close clients and get sales? No. Okay. Are you still drinking tap water? Yes. Are you still going to the store to eat regular food? Yes. Oh my God. He's dead, basically. You're already a zombie. You don't even know. You got like worms climbing out of your eyeball when you're sleeping, kissing you, and then going back in. It's like, okay, you don't even know what the fuck is going on. Do you? No, okay, well, the game was good. Right? Right. And then, you're going to have to watch all the bad commercials. Everybody think there's a good commercial, but it's bad. Like, basically, everything's upside down. Everything's upside down. Everything is upside down, no matter what you're looking at. But the point is to enjoy the ride to awakening. Enjoy the ride. It's not really that bad, but enjoy the ride. Enjoy the slow. It's a slow burn too. It's not like it's something you just, oh wow, one day everything's over. You're gonna keep having these epiphanies. You're gonna keep having these discoveries, and then a part of it too is that you're gonna rediscover the things you already know, right? Like there'll be times where I'm like learning about something, and I'll hear something. I'm like, you can buy real estate with 3% down. Oh wow, okay, I didn't know that, right? And I'm like, wait, why would I buy real estate with 3% down with a government loan when I can just do it myself and get zero down? Oh, then you remember, oh yeah, I forgot this information on purpose, so that way I don't have to think about this dumb shit no more that everybody else is talking about. This is not for me, it's for them. Right? You got to understand what information is for you and what's for everybody else. But that's why I said enjoy the ride. Because once you get all this data, it's all about parsing the data, figuring out what's going to be a good move, why is it going to be a good move, and the reason why it's going to be a good move for you. And the more you enjoy the ride, the more you can appreciate the journey instead of the random results that you'll have making like 50,000 a month and you go buy a stupid car or something, or you go take a trip and you're at the beach or whatever. And it's like, okay, that's it. Like, yeah, that's it. Now you just Congratulations, right? Like it's not the point. The point is the development of yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's like the point. The point is this identity that you're turning into. You're becoming a man and becoming free. You know, you're free, and it's fun. It's fun discovering the secrets. So, anyways, that's the video. So what I'm saying, as far as the map, there's going to be things that are more interesting to you at a particular age than as you get older. Right now, like I just ran out in the rain with the baby. We ran out in the rain and ran back like 4 times. That's probably the highlight of my day. You know, I'm gonna obviously get some more customers and stuff and make some money, but that becomes like normal after a while. Okay, like if I get 2 sales, we're looking at around 20 to 30,000 or something like that dollars. Okay, great. Now what? I'm kind of done for the month. I don't need to keep going. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like, okay, I'm done. You should keep going. You should be trying to grow your business. You should be trying to build relationships. So that's why it's like, you know, just have fun. Just have fun. Have fun. Life is not really that hard or that serious, but it is if you don't really know what the fuck is going on. That's the point. Okay, it's not it's and also if you're not doing it with others. I made a video talking about how my old partner and me and him, we used to play the game. We used to play Call of Duty a very long time, and my cousin or whatever. So like basically that those are the kind of things that make it more enjoyable. Those are the things: having friends, having people to talk to, having relationships with people. Like I'm too old now to be doing that. It's not like I can't play a game, but I just would not have much to talk about now unless it was like helping somebody else. So that's why I played the game, because my old partner, he would tell me about real estate and all this other stuff. I'm like, okay, you know, he'd tell me about like, hey, I'm like, what's up with these people? Why are they like this, or why are they like that, or whatever? And he's just like, blah 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 or whatever. Okay, like that's like the point of this stuff, right? That's the game was like, it was like really valuable. I'd be like, quick games. Oh man, that was like, oh, that was so much fun back then, man. It was so much fun because it was like figuring out the secrets of the world, but then at the same time, you're just having a great time, having a conversation with your friends, whatever. And that's really all that really matters. You just have to learn how to enjoy the ride and how the right perspective on how to look at this. But basically, I did not know I was being MK Ultra and basically being brainwashed by the business gurus out there. They were basically lying. Since everybody's lying, it's kind of hard to figure out the truth. Now everybody's starting to figure out the truth. Alex Hormozy is getting a bad rep now. You know, he's like, but that's not really him. He wasn't really around per se, but it was a lot of the gurus at the time coming out there saying all this stuff, saying quit your job, saying all this lying stuff when you really don't need to do that. You just need to enjoy the ride. You need to enjoy the ride. Enjoy being a man. Like you're blessed, right? And this is mainly for men that I make this content for. Women may watch, but it's really for men. You know, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. It's a blessing. People think, oh, well, there's no help for young men. You just don't know what to do. The answer is to find an older man and to get him to mentor you. Right? You gotta bend you ain't gotta bend over or nothing. Okay, you gotta do that. Just find a mentor, make it worth his while to say, hey, look, yeah, I'll mentor you. I'll show you what to do, kid. That's it. That's really all. That's what you're supposed to do to be a man. Now, to be a girl, you can go through the institution. You can go to school for like 8 years. You know, you can be lied to your entire life. Sure, as a man, that's not really how to live as a man. You need to think on your own. You need to have your own thoughts. You need to be having your own belief systems. And as you're going through life, there's going to be things that entertain you, that while they entertain you now, they may not entertain you later. A good example of that is what I talked about, the cum catcher eyebrows. They call it cum umbrellas. When you're younger, you don't really know if it's sexy or not, but you think it is. So you see Cardi B and her eyelashes are like, wow, okay. You're like amazed. But as you get older, you're like, ew, like she's like actually very unattractive and unhealthy looking. If anything, her sister looks better than her, but it doesn't really matter. But you know what I'm saying? Like if come on, when you're younger, you don't really know. You don't know because you're a baby, and that's the point. To learn just to enjoy it. Okay, so let's go to Cardi B real quick. All right, I used to like Cardi B a little bit. I'm like, okay, she's like cool, she's funny, but then she's like ghetto, right? That was like years ago though. All right. This is how she looks now. Well, this is how she looked before. I guess it was like a little bit different. She just looks like she's getting worse over time. This is how she looked before, just a regular little ghetto girl or whatever. And I was like, okay, because why? You grew up in the hood. If you grew up in the hood, things that look ghetto to you are pretty nice, right? As you get older, do you really want to look at that? Like, no offense to this guy, and that's his girl. I'm not insulting his girl or whatever, but because I don't want to do that. But I'm just giving you an example of like you don't want to. I don't know how to really explain it. You get what I'm saying here? I don't I don't know how to say it. Okay, this is not attractive. Okay, she's not really an attractive woman. She's like labeled as sexy, but she's not attractive. Okay. She doesn't really look like a woman per se. She looks like something else. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like the best way I can say this and without being ignorant. Her sister looks nice too. Cardi B's sister. Good example. Okay. Look, she just look like a regular girl, right? Versus whatever. You know what I'm saying? It just looked like a girl, but it's different. Okay. Until her sister gets MK Ultra, I guess, or whatever they got going on. All right. But just all the butt injections that they've been doing over the years. Where's Nicki Minaj? Nicki Minaj, she's very sexy, but how she just ruined herself, right? This Nicki Minaj looks great. She's like hot, not because because she look white or whatever. She just looked like a woman. This is what a woman's supposed to look like, right? But then you go to this shit, it's like, what the fuck is this, right? What the fuck is this, right? Just don't look like a woman. You're like look like a sex toy or something. It's like, okay, that sounds good, but that doesn't really look like a woman. This looks better, but it doesn't, you understand? Like, I don't know if this makes sense what I'm saying here. I'm not trying to like be a jerk or whatever. But like this looks like a woman. This looks like a woman. What is this? You understand? This is how she was when she was younger. This looks like a woman. This looks like a woman. It's not much. She got some makeup on. Okay, it's not too much. It's not over the top. She just looked like a woman. Right? This looks nice. What is this? You get it? She's being herself. She's expressing herself, of course, right? But the point is that like you have to understand that, okay, while that is attractive while you're younger, eventually you start to look at stuff like no, you don't want a girl dressing like this. It don't look right. Okay. Man, they must have brainwashed the shit out of her because she just be looking different in every picture, man. This looks better because you don't have as much makeup and eyeliner on or whatever. So, this stuff matters. Like, it stuff matters, and it looks nice when you're younger because you don't really know what you're looking at. Like, dang, look at those boobs, right? Oh, look at those boobs, and you're just like, when you're older, you don't really want to look at. You just want to see a woman, right? You just want to see. You just want to see a woman. You want to see a woman look like a woman. That's it, right? Let me just find a regular. Type that in. Regular women. Regular women. Of course, they're all white, right? Regular black women. Okay. Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got for a winner? Who's going to be a winner here? This is okay. This actually starts. I'm old, man. This starts to look okay. Even shit like this starts to look all right when you get older. You be like, all right, okay. You try to ignore this, right? But you be like, well, she look like she can just fix up some shit or something, right? But women like this are good. Let's see here. What else we got? What else looks okay here? And it depends as you get older. What looks like anybody doing this shit? It's like, what the fuck are you wearing? Like, it's obviously for Instagram and stuff, but you don't really think about this as a kid. You just think it's sexy as a kid because you don't know anything. But it's like, you really want a woman dressing like that all the time? Eventually, you're just like, all right, you start looking regular. I don't know who this is. Is Lizzo or something? It's a regular woman. She's okay, but it's like, okay, go on a date, but maybe two not really the best looking. So it's like, all right, where are the sisters? Let's see. But you know, my favorite, we's about to go to Dad's favorite. Okay. Now this is Dad's favorite. All right. This is what we like. Okay, we like them Caribbean women. All right. Let's see what we can find. Let's see. That's very nice. We want to find the black ones, obviously, because I like them chocolate. Okay, this is good. It's good. Not too much. This is very good. She's okay. She's like really annoying, but she's still doing the thing. But you know, what else we got here? They're picking like the worst of the worst here. Very nice, of course. Just look like a woman, basically. Just look like a woman. This is like way too much. Let's see here. Because women try to figure this stuff out, but it just depends on like where you're at, right? I'm like almost 40 now, and like this is nice, you know. This is nice. After a while, you'd be like, look at them hips, like okay, that's good, you know. Nah, yes. I don't like Rosario. Cassie's fire. It's always like celebrities, man. It's never like regular looking women. Very beautiful. Nah, so too old. Nah. I don't know. You just want to see him. I don't like. It's kind of hard to describe. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. Okay. I hope what I'm saying is making sense here. Yes. Give me lots of that right there. Okay. All right. Give me lots of that. Pass, 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 pass. Yes. Yes. Pass. 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 Yes. If you took off the lashes and braided up, we'd be fine. No. 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 Yes. Yes. No. Yes. No. 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 Absolutely not. No. No. Yes. No. 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 Yes. All right. That's really what happens as you get older, right? Then it's shit like that, and the same thing with vacations, right? You just start doing the same shit with vacation and stuff like that. You know, you get used to acquired taste and stuff, and you're just like, okay, this is what I like, right? So okay, you're dating a bunch of girls, and then you realize they're dumb too. You're like, oh my god, right? You know who's hot? Let's go to some hot successful women. Let's look at a little bit of that, and then we'll close out. Okay. This is a no. She's cute, but she's like she's got it, but she's got the nose ring. It's too much for me. It's too much. It's too much. It's cute, but it's too much. Okay. Let's pick who's that? This is my favorite. Ebony K. Williams. Oh my god. She is hot. I can't believe she's actually not married. She must be out of her mind. But she's ooh, man. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. She's like a little crazy, that's why. But you know. This is hot. She can do this face all she wants. You just tell her to be quiet. Like be quiet and but she still has the look I like. It's the look I like. Like this look. Very clean, very organized. It's not really the hair and the lipstick and shit, but just regular. I mean, they tripping with the light skin shit, but besides that, everything else is good. Because they always try to make you look more white and stuff like that, which is like lame. I wonder what she used to do. Good pick. Uh, she just got the look. She's got the look. This is it. This is it. This is what I like, right? Brown skin, got the Caribbean look, but still black. That's what we like. But she's just crazy. And you know, I guess that's a part of it, right? This right here, same thing. Love it. Right? This is what you end up liking when you get older. Shit like this. Okay? You know, this is what you like. I don't know what this is, but she looks like a kid. People be looking just weird, man. Then you get older, you be like, okay, this actually look all right too. You be like, all right, you can make it inside the house. Okay. You know? Yes. As far as the look, but you know, they got to match the brain. The look is right. Hair, they need to braid the hair like braids. Because then you like it's just stuff you think about over time, right? Like you're like, okay, I like this, and then you get grease on your pillow or some shit, right? You got grease on your pillow now, and it's like hair grease on there. It's like, what are you doing, right? Or you got to wear the head thing. I forget what the head thing's called. What's it called? The hair thing, the thing that protect your hair from water, whatever the top cap. But that's what I like. You know what I'm saying here? And it's like over time, you're like, okay, who's going to be a good fit for you? And you just got to enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy not knowing shit. But the whole point is to not make these like big fuck ups. That's like the point of the video. Don't make these big mistakes where you can't bounce back from, like having kids too early or getting with one of those women who's trying to trap you, because they're going to try to trap you into having kids, so you really won't be able to finish your journey, right? While you're on the journey, you start to learn about the things you like, the things you don't like, so that way you're coming closer into alignment. But sometimes you get there by making the mistakes. So it's just really important to enjoy the ride, man. Just enjoy it, because it's not really like, as you get there, like here I am an adult now, like you don't even like the same things. You know, you just don't like the same stuff. You don't like it. You know, now you just like, okay, Cardi B, I can have Ebony K. Williams. Give me the Ebony K. I'll take that 5 times over, right? Give me that, or whoever that, whoever, I forget who it was, whatever her name was, but she has her own business. She's very beautiful, very gorgeous. She's smart, intelligent. You know, I'll take that. I'll take that over, yes, honey, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever Cardi B's doing. I you know, I know she's who she is, but obviously part of a lot of that is an act too, probably. But it's just not. It's too much, right? Too much. But Ebony K, mwah, mwah. Man, whoever had that, man. Ooh, wee, man. Oh my goodness, man. Lord. People do the thing, you gotta play cool. Yeah, sometimes it's, but it's nothing wrong with saying, damn. And people be like, oh, she's over the hill. I guess to some, yeah, for I guess having a baby, but she's still fucking drop dead gorgeous. Don't you fucking lie. Like, that's the problem. Everybody's like lying about this stuff all the time because they want to make women feel bad. When what she said, she wanted to date the bus. She wouldn't date a bus driver. Why would she? She's like rich and successful. Why would she date a bus driver? She needs to be dating somebody owning the bus. But you see what happened? They defeated that beautiful black sister. They defeated her by telling her she needs to settle for a bum. Man. And she fell for it. She was like, well, what's wrong with that? What's the... And then it was Yvonne Van Zandt what's wrong with the regular driver? What's wrong with... Nothing. She has standards. She's very beautiful, successful, and gorgeous. She has standards. Stop it. Well, you need to change your... No, you don't. It's okay. Even if you got to get knocked up by like one of them, but it's like, okay, I get knocked up by one. You don't really stay with a bus driver. No, there's nothing wrong with being a bus driver or these other jobs. Okay. Like some people work at security guard jobs. Some people think that that's the lowest bar of the job. If you want to feel that way, sure. It doesn't really matter. The point is that what you want in your life? Does that make sense for you? And she wanted a man who's basically gonna empower. She may like, okay, you're driving the bus now, but where are you going to be in a couple of years? Because she's a high performer. When you're a high performance person, you don't really just sit around and do nothing all day. You really want a man who's just going to go to his shift and go home? No. Most of these women are high performers. They're high performing, gorgeous, beautiful women. Why do they want to be with a regular guy? Doesn't make any sense. It's regular guys trying to brainwash them to basically make them feel less than. If you want to be with a woman like that, you're going to have to be serious. I mean, sometimes they like dumb guys too. Sometimes they like guys who don't do shit. You know, that's like a part of it. You know, if you're a regular guy that's successful, sometimes you like women who don't do shit. That's like the real thing. But to be degrading her, oh my gosh. Right? Maybe she's like a real asshole behind the doors, the closed doors, but you can look, I could look past some of that. I'll be like, okay, I mean, you get on my nerves, but damn. Just go in the shower or something. I don't know. Go get a massage or something. You know, but I'm getting distracted because I'm like, woof, man. Look at that, man. Look at that. Ooh, wee. Fire. Saying no. Being in the presence of a beautiful woman will basically lighten your day. Anyway, the point of the video is this, is that you have to enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride of not knowing. Enjoy the ride of figuring out what you like. Enjoy the ride of discovering yourself, and just enjoy the discoveries, because there's no end to this thing. It's only the train only stops when you're ready to stop. Right? And when you're finally ready to be done, then you're done. And you'll know the truth if you want to know that. Some people don't. Some people just want to stay where they're at and they want to, do whatever they're doing. Okay? And that's fine too. But you just have to leave them where they're at. And you just keep going until you're done. Like me, right? That's like the whole point. That's why it took me so long to figure this shit out. Okay? Anyway, that's it. I know you guys are tired of hearing me talk about nothing and how hot Ebony K. Williams is. Fire! Right? No, I'm kidding. Anyway, that's it. Okay? See you. Bye.